Hi everybody, how are you? My hair's not very even, is it? Take me how I am. I am in my laundry because I'm going to talk about my laundry powder with you, the Norwex laundry powder, and also talk a little bit about the special that's on this month with the laundry pack. So, laundry powder, oh my goodness. This is our Norwex washing powder, Ultra Powder Plus, and it's, we call it UPP. It's one of our top sellers in all countries of Norwex, okay? So whenever we look at the stats and see top sellers and we get told we've got top sellers, we get told about this as being on the top seller. It's amazing, and I know why it's in the top seller. I use it and I totally get it. Now, what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about is that for the purpose of this demo, I actually bought a different washing powder to show you the difference. So, our washing powder contains no phosphates, biodegradable 100%, no sulfates, no chlorine, bleach, no fillers, no optical brighteners, no animal testing, no dye or fragrances. Now, so what I was wondering is that I did a little bit of Googling because I'm not up with what fillers are, to be honest. So I had a little bit of a Google about it and I wanted to just have a little look. Now, for the purpose of this demo, I actually bought this Eco Store one, which does contain fillers, but I want to show you a couple of little examples for you. So, fillers, I googled it. Fillers help dilute and distribute the active ingredients within the powder, and it makes you look like you're using more. So it bulks it up. And the major filler is sodium sulfate. So the Eco Store does contain that. Our one doesn't. Now, it doesn't have any effect whatsoever on the cleaning power of the product. Okay, so having it in there actually doesn't affect anything to do with cleaning. It doesn't dissolve. So when you've got residue on your clothes, that's because of the fillers within your washing powder. Also, you know, if you've pulled your washing machine apart or something and it's all gluggy and gross and disgusting, that's the build-up of the washing powder because of the fillers. Okay, so it does leave residue, which is so blimmin' annoying. I'm just looking because I hate it. So I've got kids that wear school jerseys, and the residue from the different powders that I've used over the years has done my head in so much, okay? It leaves like particles on your clothing, so when you actually sweat, those particles are going into your skin, which is not good for sensitive skin, not good for allergies. Our one is amazing for sensitive skin and allergy, and I've had a really good feedback for people that have sensitive skin. And what it does, yeah, so fillers are not cool. They don't actually need to be in the washing powder, and I'm totally understand that now. Now, the other thing before Norwex, I thought I loved the smell of washing powder. I really did. But now that I don't have that smell and I've opened this Eco Store one, oh my goodness, I just do not like the smell at all. Like, I want to chuck it out. I'm going to use it for my demos, but look, it actually is disgusting. Like, I just do not like it. So I thought buying an Eco Store one, it would be better than some, but it's still got just all those fillers and everything in it. So it's actually not that good. Ours is still way better considering what it doesn't contain than what this one contains. So for the purpose of this demo, I want to just show you what happens with a washing powder and how ours rates. So I've just got some water in here and a teaspoon, okay? So I'm going to put a heaped teaspoon in the, to try and keep it fair, I'll keep it as fair as I can, and just put a teaspoon of the Eco Store one in here and mix it around. Look how thick that is. So you're thinking about in the washing machine, it's thick in the washing machine, your clothes are getting washed in that, and yeah, it's not really dissolving very well. So I'm just going to leave that for a minute, and I'm also going to do the same. I've got another one here, another glass of water here, and I'm going to put the UPP in here, okay? Now we call it UPP for short. And I'll just do another teaspoon of the same, okay? Oh, I just spilled some. I did just spill some. It's okay. Right, I'll put it back in. Okay, so mix this in. I guess you can mix it in. I just want to try and dissolve it because I spilled some. It's going to be a bit messy. Okay. Dissolve it a bit in there. And then while I'm just leaving those to sit for a little bit, because I do want to let them sit, pretending that we're doing a load of washing. So at the moment that's still quite thick as well. Okay, so while that's dissolving and doing its thing, pretending it's going through a load of washing, I want to talk about the odour eliminator with you. So the odour eliminator is what I put in my washing, okay? I put a capful to 2 capfuls depending on what I'm doing with it. And it mentally gives you a smell on your clothes. So if you don't like the fact that the UPP doesn't smell and it's a mental thing for you, this is amazing. This can also be diluted in a bottle like this, and you can use it in your toilet, you can use it on your furniture. It's highly concentrated, leaves no residue, will not stain, and is pleasantly perfumed, and that's exactly what it is. I use it in shoes, I spray it in shoes, I use it on furniture, I have suitcases I've used it on. And you can put it in, just it says here you can spray it in disposable bins, lockers, changing rooms, anywhere that offensive odours exist, and it eliminates the source of unpleasant odours, okay? So it's really, really good, fantastic in washing. You can also spray it directly on the underarms of shirts if you've got smelly shirts and things like that. It will just help with that odour. So I love that, and that is in our laundry pack kit that is on sale. And also the laundry bag. God, I hate that smell of that washing powder, I'm telling you. And the washing net. Washing net is amazing, guys. I really love our washing net. So our washing net, oh yeah, stop there, sorry. Our washing net is amazing. So I can put our cloths and stuff in there as well. And if you want to, it's really good to keep them all together in the wash. It's big enough that you can put quite a bit in there, to be honest. But also one of the things I've seen quite a bit of is people are using it for their sleeping bags that have lost the covers, or the kids are taking them away, and they can just zip it up because it's probably easy for them, you know. So it's a really good size. Okay. Now in the laundry pack special this month, it is actually the special is actually this size. So you get this, the odour eliminator, the laundry net, washing net, and the Enviro, which is perfect. Now this is a good size for you guys to give it a go. If you love it, you love it, you buy more. If you hate it, you hate it. That's okay. You've given it a go. I don't think you'll hate it. Now the other thing which is really great with this is that you use actually minimal amounts. So in a top loader, I had a top loader, I was using 1 to 2 teaspoons. 2 was a mental thing for me. I didn't actually need 2. You will know when you're using too much because you'll get residue left over, okay? So honestly, this lasts for so long. So in a top loader, when I was doing 1 to 2, I got 120 loads out of it on one of my packets. Like I said, I didn't probably need the 2 teaspoons. It is such a great cost-saving powder because you don't need much. And the reason you don't need much is because it hasn't got those fillers in it. It hasn't got that bulking agent in it. It's so good. Now, I've got a front loader now that I recently got, probably at the beginning of March, I think I got it. And honestly, so good. I use half a teaspoon. Once I did use a whole teaspoon, and I flooded my laundry with soap suds. I'm not even joking, like I actually did. So you don't need much. When you first get it, you should do a hot load empty and give it a good wash. There is a scoop in it. I'll show you there is a scoop in it that you can use, but be careful on a front loader because it does sud. It could be a little bit of trial and error at the beginning. Now that is the scoop that it comes with, and if you are not using a teaspoon, you're just going to have to judge it in the scoop how much you're going to use. Really is a little bit of trial and error, but you will get there. Whoopsies. And on this one here, my Eco Store, it says for a top loader, 1 scoop or 1.5 scoops for a large load, or a front loader, 1/4 of a scoop or a whole scoop, half a scoop or a whole scoop. And the scoop is quite big. You know, like it's quite a big little scoop there. Do you know what? I just can't stand the smell. How ridiculous. Now let's have a look at the comparisons at the moment of our washing powders when they've settled a bit. So that is your Eco Store one. Look how thick that is. And there's even probably a bit of residue left there. But look how thick. Ooh, okay. Yep, there is residue left on the spoon. Look, hasn't dissolved at all or anything like that. Okay, and if you look at our UPP one, it is so clear, it's not even funny. Look at that. Look how clear that is. You can almost see me through it. Not quite, but you can. Now, if I just give that a little bit more of a mix, to agitate it a bit more for you. Once again, there's not really anything left on the spoon there. Okay, there is a bit of bubble, but there's not actually residue as such. Like that, there's actually no residue. And now, how clear was that? How cool was that? How nice is that to think that's going into your waterways? Okay, I'm not an eco warrior or anything like that. I'm getting better at it. But honestly, the comparison of these two powders, I have, look how, even though that's been agitated a bit more, you can still see the thickness in this one over our one. How awesome. And I'll show you a photo. of when I left it the other day for quite a while, and then I came back in. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that I don't use much. I love that I don't get residue. I actually don't mind that I don't have a smell. The odour eliminator does help that mentally for me and my partner if he thinks he needs a bit of a mental, you know. I love that that's not actually getting clogged up in my new washing machine. Thank you. And I do love that it's not going out into the waterways, and I do actually now understand a lot more about the fillers. I'm so stoked with them. Look, so that's settled down again. That's settled down beautifully. Okay, clear as. Clear as. This one has not settled down at all. Look how thick that is. You can't really see the spoon. So in comparison, these are your 2 washing powders, guys. Absolutely stoked with that. Absolutely stoked. I'm not happy with it. I'm really surprised at how much I hate the smell of that one now. And actually my hands feel like I've touched it, and my hands feel yucky. Like I have to go wash my hands, and I just don't get that with that. You don't feel it on your clothes either. You don't feel it with our UPP yucky on your clothes. And I know it sounds really weird, but I can tell that I'm using a better washing powder by the feel of my clothes as well. So that is our laundry pack. Odour eliminator, the washing net, and the little packet of this to give it a go, and also the Enviro is also in that pack. Now very quickly as well, we do have a stain remover, also very good. Not going to lie, possibly not the best on old stains, but on new stains, stick it on there, off you go. It's a jelly kind of stain remover. I love it. I use it, obviously, with kids. Also, with the UPP, you could do a little bit of a paste on your clothes as well. If you've got a stain, you can actually paste it up and leave it for a bit and do it that way. So I am so happy. I keep going back to how clear this is based on how clear this is. And you know what? We're going to go with this one every single time. Thank you very much, guys. And a great month for me to show you that because it is on special with that laundry pack. All right, have a good night.